in the corner, a triple. They each had 20 points. They each had 6 threes. They're the first Lakers duo to do that. In the fourth, LeBron backing down his defender. We got 16, just old man, what do you call it, bar soap behavior? Non-electric toothbrush behavior.
Just super aggressive.
Doncic 20 points to go with the 9 dimes. Lakers by 5. This is a low-scoring game for Houston. Oh, yeah, blocked. LeBron. Lakers had allowed 124.5 points per game over the last 6 games. Last night, they kept it under 100 for Houston, 104-98.
LeBron Button. All right, Memphis Grizzlies, their second game after firing their head coach and Taylor Jenkins, even though they're the 5th seed in the Western Conference, almost double-digit games above 500, taking on the Celtics. Drew Holiday to KP. It's too easy. Celtics up 21-17. Enjoy the 2-point field goals while you can, because you know the Celtics love to shoot from distance. Ja Morant, shoot. 26 points on the game for Morant, and then Tatum hits the triple. The Celtics, 21 of 62 from three-point land. Their 24th game hitting 20 or more threes this season. They were up 66-61 at the break, and then Tatum doing his thing. ISO defense, good luck. Elbow, got it. Move to the fourth quarter now. Boston 5-0 on this road trip, trying to make it a clean 6-0. They've only lost 7 games on the road this entire season. Al Horford, the big fella, 26 points for him. Celtics up 10, and then Derek White. Boom. Celtics tie a franchise record for road wins in a season with 32. They win 117-103.
I got Thunderbolts. OKC, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and company, winners of 9 straight coming in. He's going to find Isaiah Joe. Plenty of time to gather and shoot. SGA 4 dimes in the first quarter. He finished with 12 of them, and then off of a former Thunder player miss or turnover, Josh Giddey. And we got SGA coast to coast, doing it at both ends. He has 18 straight games, 25 points and 5 dimes. Third player in NBA history to do it, and then just the see, there's a little trying to get it done on the defensive end as well as the offensive end. LeBron and Luka taking on the Rockets out in LA. Look at this pass from Doncic to Gabe Vincent. Great pass from Luka, is working on his 9th straight 25-5 game, 4th longest streak franchise history. About a minute left in the first half. Luka just drops Alperen Şengün and then finds Dorian Finney-Smith. We're finna take another look at this as he just puts the Turkish fella on the deck. And you said it, normally you have to wait till Thanksgiving to see a turkey get cooked like that. That was a good line from Gary. Third quarter, it's Bron. 7 straight games under 25 points, 2nd longest streak of his career, but you'll see he gets it done on the defensive end, maybe saving his legs. In the corner, Vincent from Finney-Smith. Each had 20 points, each made 6 threes. LeBron backing down his defender. Right here, a little give and go with Austin Reeves. 16 points for the old head. Lakers go up by 6. Then Luka's going to just go ahead and, who says drive-ins are dead, man? That gets to the rim with a quickness. 20 points to go with those 9 dimes. And then Bron blocking Alperen Şengün. Held the Rockets under 100 points after 6 games, averaging 124.5 points given up. Lakers got one they had to have. Senior NBA writer Brian Windhorst is with us here on SportsCenter AM. Brian, Lakers have a 2-game lead there in that battle, the 4-5 seed. Right now, they're firmly in the 4th spot, which means they would host in the first round. What did you see from LA last night?
Yeah, you could argue this was their biggest win, or at least their most important win of the season to this point, because Houston comes in winning 12 out of 13. And look, I'm never going to say that Luka and LeBron would have trouble winning a road game in the playoffs, but this Lakers team is 29-9 at home and 17-20 on the road. Getting a top 4 seed is hugely important to them, and this victory gives them a 2-game cushion on both Memphis and Golden State, and they have the tiebreaker in both, so it's essentially a 3-game cushion. And you mentioned the defense. I know we're always going to focus on the scoring. I know the highlights are going to focus on the shot making. The defense is what drives this Lakers opportunity, especially if they can get one more and get up to the number 3 seed. They also have the tiebreaker on the Nuggets. And if they could avoid the Thunder in the first round, you'd really be cooking here. And I would want to point out, Dorian Finney-Smith has been overshadowed by the Luka trade. Dorian Finney-Smith has been great for the Lakers. He had his best offensive game so far in the purple and gold, 6 threes last night.
There's a word there that Brian used that I want to remember. We're going to file it away for maybe a week, maybe 3 weeks from now. You said opportunity. It wasn't just playoff push. It was opportunity for the Lakers. And I think we're talking about big picture opportunities in the Western Conference. Lakers hosting the Warriors on Thursday. Windy, stand by. Gary, what do you got?
Speaking of that picture in the Western Conference, what about the Memphis Grizzlies, who are the 5th seed out west, but they just fired their head coach, and now they get to host Jason Tatum and the Celtics, who are red hot on the road, 5-0 on this particular road trip. They've only lost 7 games on the road all season. The ball movement, poetry. Drew Holiday to KP, that's an easy finish. Celtics up by 5 at the half, and then Tatum got it. 25 points, 14 boards for him. Derek White, corner 3. Celtics took 62 threes in this game last night. They hit 21 of them. Tie a franchise record for road wins in a season at 32. They get the win. SGA and the Thunder hosting the Bulls. Shea, Isaiah Hartenstein, Isaiah Joe, got it. Thunder were up by 34 at the half off the giddy turnover of former Thunder. SGA, coast to coast. Oklahoma's landlocked, but he's going coast to coast. Doing it on both ends, and then Thunder up by 41. 145-117, your final. SGA, 27 points, 12 assists. That a season high. This, Windy, back to answer this simple question. Celtics and Thunder have gone a combined 29-2 in March. Windy, are these two teams on a collision course to meet in the finals?
Yes.
Yeah.
And look, I just want to point something out. We are now in April, and this is no joke. The Thunder have not had their 13th loss yet. That means 70 wins is still in play. Now, I don't think this is a priority for them, nor do I think they'll maybe get it because they do have some tough games left. The point is, this team is a winning machine. They are 130-27 in the last 2 seasons. And I know that they had a disappointing week in the second round last year. You take that out, you can't touch this team. They're 18-2 since the break. And then you go look at Boston. Guys, I don't know if you've heard, but the Celtics have a bit of a history. Well, no time in the history of their organization have they ever gone 6-0 on a road trip. Yep. Never. That's what they just did. That road trip was so long, they have a different owner when they came back than when they went out on it, and they were untouched throughout it. They have been absolutely untouchable. Their ball movement and the way that they are operating together is incredible. Probably the most relevant thing with them, Kristaps Porzingis is the strongest he's looked all year. When he is playing well, I don't know if you can beat him 4 out of 7. I respect the Cavs. I respect the Lakers. I respect these other teams that are going to make things interesting. But right now, it's Boston and OKC, and then a long distance between everybody else.
Those numbers just absolutely pop off the screen. The Celtics' only loss in the month of March was to the Thunder. Brian Windhorst dropping knowledge this morning on SportsCenter. SJ and those aforementioned Thunder, part of our NBA Double Dip tomorrow night when they host the Pistons, those feisty Pistons. Before that, East leading Cavs take on the Knicks, who can't beat anybody they're looking up to in the standings. NBA Countdown, tipping our coverage, 6:30 Eastern on ESPN, and always
in the corner, a triple. They each had 20 points. They each had 6 threes. They're the first Lakers duo to do that. In the fourth, LeBron backing down his defender. We got 16, just old man, what do you call it, bar soap behavior? Non-electric toothbrush behavior.
Just super aggressive.
Doncic, 20 points to go with the 9 dimes. Lakers by 5. This is a low-scoring game for Houston. Oh, yeah, blocked. LeBron. Lakers had allowed 124.5 points per game over the last 6 games. Last night, they kept it under 100 for Houston, 104-98.
LeBron button. All right, Memphis Grizzlies, their second game after firing their head coach and Taylor Jenkins, even though they're the 5th seed in the Western Conference, almost double-digit games above 500, taking on the Celtics. Drew Holiday to KP. It's too easy. Celtics up 21-17.